Hello and welcome back to Advantage One RV. This is a consignment store for Haylett RV where we sell RVs on behalf of their owners. Today, a very nice one owner 192 Freedom Express, 4,070 pounds. We originally sold this when it was brand new to the owners. They did a lot of traveling, they had a lot of good times, and they put a lot of updates and upgrades into this, and they put a lot of TLC into it. In a lot of ways, this is better than new. If you're looking for a small little singles or couples camper to yank around somewhere, I'd be on the phone on this one. I'd give this a week. And man, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. This was a personal favorite generation of the Freedom Express family. It's what I call the Malibu Beach House Edition, because the outside has that light, easy, breezy sort of look and feel to it. But inside, you see some of those decal color package options kind of translating through, like those glass panels and the little blue accents right there. I love that little pop of color. And it's funny how, like, you see where they have this little "This is my happy place" kind of sign up there. It is funny how a little bit of personalization goes a long way to really putting some life in an RV. This RV is fully travel accessible. If you close the slide, you can still legitimately use 100% of everything in it. The simulated cinema seat down here, there are some USB plugs in those cup holders, by the way. Very nice if you're stuck inside on a rainy day. Maybe your partner's watching something that you're not super in love with and you entertain yourself a little bit on the side. Maybe you're doing a little work camping. I don't know. The little coat hooks that the folks added up here, you're going to see a bunch of little detail updates and upgrades like that. Like the little miniature office organizer here. Actually, I really like this. Like these people must belong to like some DIY Pinterest camping hacks kind of thing, because they did a ton of little stuff like inside those hanging closets. They added some shelving there for storage, and I will get all of that open for you in just a minute. I do want to mention that is not the original backbreaker wafer of death mattress that this thing would have had when it was brand new. That is a 60 by 80 pillow top residential mattress with yet another thick, like 3-inch foam topper on top of that. You get a good night's sleep in here, I think. Not to mention, it's easier to replace a mattress when it's sized for a true queen. Now, the TV can pivot around. I barely have it pivoted right now, and we've got easy viewing. It can mostly pivot around to be visible enough from bed that if you want to lay there at night and fall asleep, you definitely could. I like the blackout shades on the windows, too. I'm glad I remembered to draw one of those. I almost forgot. The entertainment here, that is... that is not the original television. I just kind of realized that is a little bit bigger than what was in here initially. Huh, I like that. And what else did I spot down here? They upgraded, they added their own little battery monitor and charging center here. That is cool. So it's sort of like having a gas tank gauge, but for your battery. And some USB plugs. Nice little phone charge station right there. Man, I like what they did with this. That is, I'm willing to bet that's probably a larger 15,000 BTU air conditioner. I'll try to get some confirmation of that before we wrap up, so don't take that for gospel quite yet. That is a 6 cubic foot gas electric 2-way fridge. Sealed edge countertops all the way through. You see the sink cover on the stone cast sink. The folks added that stovetop cover on that Furrion oven right there. And let's get you a look at all the storage, shall we? Now, something I haven't mentioned here is that this is a taller but smaller camper. It's 6'9" inside. And that taller ceiling and the generally light colors, like there's some accents like the slide fascia right here, but the generally light colors really open it up. It is carpetless, it is ventless flooring. This is easy camping. So I mentioned how that can fold down. You might be wondering though, but where do I eat? Well, the good news is that this camper comes with a handy little floating utility table. You could take it inside, outside. You could sit at the bed and, eat from there. You could eat from the dining table. You could use it as an island. You could use it for a lot of different things. And by the way, this is kind of neat too. These are metallic refrigerator inserts, which sounds like a big deal sort of thing. But that means they're magnet friendly. So when you go to your next campsite, if you're unfamiliar with the area, you can get the flyers from the little camp shop, put them up here, and get some local points of interest. And I tell you what, here's something I like to do. I like to find a couple outdoor and indoor activities so that if it is ever raining, I've got a nice little place that I can go on a rainy day. And that little wastebasket holder right there, that is just a small, simple, really smart feature that I've always liked on these. And I'm telling, like I said, there's 100 little kind of DIY small, smart updates and upgrades that they applied to this one all over the place. Things that, you know, didn't significantly modify the RV. They didn't mess around with the electrical system. They just made it more fun to use every day, I think. I also just noticed a thermostat upgrade. They got a Honeywell digital thermostat over there. That's not a factory thing. That's a little nicer. It just feels easier to have a better understanding of what kind of temperature are we setting here. Now, this is a bathroom, folks, that the camera doesn't do it justice. It looks super tight. It looks really cramped. I'm telling you, if you get in this in person, it is not that bad. Now, I'm not the thickest in the hips or the shoulders, don't get me wrong, but I'm not exactly the smallest guy. I do have good leg room in here, you know. That is kind of a nice thing. I like a little towel rack right there. And this is an upgraded bath fan. That is a Heng's Vortex 2 series. Not a 1, but a 2. The difference there, if you weren't aware, is that is a multi-speed, high-volume exhaust fan. A lot of times people use the phrase Max Air fan. That's kind of a brand name. Heng's is sort of another company that operates in that sphere of things. Look at the little hairdryer the lady put in here, the lady of the house. And that's just a handy little thing to have in a camper. I like that little wall mount there because, you know, you do have limited storage. You don't want to waste any of it if you can help it. And I tell you what, that taller ceiling, this is one of the reasons I personally love Freedom Expresses, because I can stand in the shower without knocking my noggin. And man, I'm in love with the look of this generation of these. There was something about it. It still speaks to me. Now, the folks did a bunch of other little updates and upgrades on the outside here, and I'm not really sure to begin, so I'm actually just going to start by the door and work my way around. They swapped out the original handle and put in a programmable deadbolt, and that would be 86753. I guess there's no O, so I guess that's it, Jenny. Door panel right there. The factory Coleman camp grill over here, it actually just retracts in and kind of hides in the kitchen space. Oh, and a big one! Goodyear Endurance radials put on, I think, just last year. So these are virtually new tires. Now, in addition, you might see this little thing hanging off the gas grill. Freedom Expresses, at the time this RV was originally built, did not have a gas grill quick connect. They added one down here, which is not a hard, invasive thing to do. It sounds like it would be, but it's not. So that's cool. This has a propane cooker hooker that it didn't originally have. Magnet holdbacks on the baggage door, simple side mount solar prep plug, and a bunch of nice little stuff in here. Look at the organization. You know, they come with little storage solutions for like their towing hitch bars. The Recurve R3 that we set them up with is included with this. You'll see when we get to the back, they added their own backup camera to it. That is a large pass-through compartment right there. I mean, looks good, and it's a true pass-through. There's big doors on both sides of it. The exterior of this looks good. I have not been on the roof yet, so I guess that'll actually kind of have to be some kind of surprise for the two of us. There, I can see from here, though, there are Max Air vent covers over both the bedroom and the bathroom. And up front here, I was like, hey, what is going on? They turned the hitch so they could drop the tailgate on their truck. Their truck was a little too close. It would bump this thing. And that is a custom battery box for a pair of 6-volt batteries. So if you are going to spend some time kind of off the grid, a pair of 6 volts, basically, if you don't know, compared to one 12-volt battery, it will give you like nearly 4 times the reserve in capacity. They added a slide awning cover to this, which you don't find on a lot of Freedom Expresses. Look at the short little length on this too. One of the nice things about this, because it is so small, it's really good pairing for like a tow package SUV. Now there's smart things on here too. These are the kind of things that really make me personally, I'm super sweet on Freedom Express just as a whole. Freedom Express is a brand that I like. If I was getting a camper, they're on my short list personally. All the connections here, black flush, camp shower, all that stuff, stinky slinky, all back here in the rear corner. That is the most logical, best place for those things, because that's where the campgrounds tend to have their hookups. I think we are pretty good back here. I already mentioned the camera. Let's get up on that roof and see what we got. And I think as expected, there's a slight sun fade to a couple things like that refrigerator vent. You know, it's going to be outside in the sun, it's going to happen, but like you can clearly see my footprints up here. I feel bad. They're unfortunately the dirtiest thing up here. The roof needs a very, very quick surface bath, and that is it. This actually looks like all the original factory sealant is still here. And, oh yeah, no, that's still very pliable. That's still very good. It's not dried out. If you touch that stuff, by the way, and it leaves like chalky dust on your fingers, that's when it's going to start drying out and becoming a problem. That's when a leak happens. So it's not even to that stage yet. It's not even to the touch-up phase yet. That's what good cleaning and conditioning will get you right there. And that's it for this one, folks. I can't see anything I'm really unhappy about. It looks really, really good. Frankly, and I say this without exaggeration, if I were personally in the market for a little lightweight couples camper today, I'd be all over this thing. You wouldn't even know it existed. I'd pick it up. I'm not, so I am. So when you're ready, we're ready. Give us a call, and we'll get you camping here. Until then, take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.